creativity, creation. See, writers oftentimes are taken for granted because in college or in high school or in elementary, all we see writers are as the writers of textbooks, the writers of the workbooks you had to do. Now, by having a deeper understanding of what the pen is in the writing culture, you will understand exactly what the writing culture is. See, I'd first like to discuss exactly what the writing culture is, because it's taken as very broad. See, the pen's involvement in the writing culture, it was always used. It was never just the pencil first. In 4000 BC, the first pens were used. They were hollowed out straws or reeds that were broken at the end, and they had the liquid in the hollow center. It wasn't until 500 BC, where feathered quills were used, that the tips of the feathers of goose or swans were hardened, cut, and slit, and they were dipped into ink. It wasn't until about 1800 where the quill was made, and the fountain pen. These were favored amongst writers for their ink reservoirs. They didn't have to keep dipping it into that little bottle. Now, they're favored for their permanence when it comes to writing. See, writers, they never want to rely on a pencil because it's too easily altered by everyone else. The pen signifies that their work is done, that it's ready for everyone to see. But I don't want to confuse you and say the writing culture is only for published authors. The writing culture is for everyone who wants their heart and soul on paper. See, I discussed the pen's involvement. Now, I want to discuss why I see myself as a part of the writing culture. First, I'm a writer, so that kind of makes sense. But what a lot of people don't know is that the only reason why I got into writing is because from an early age, I suffered from a stutter. It was difficult. I had to face bullying constantly because this was me in class. The answer's 3, and it was painful. My self-esteem was at an all-time low. I was scared to go to school. I was scared to get out of the house. Everything I submitted, everything I would have said, was written on a piece of paper to the teacher. Now, it got frustrating because I had to keep getting up and sharpen the pencil, and my teachers were being frustrated because they couldn't see the light marks on the paper. So it wasn't until the 2nd grade where my teacher handed me a pen and said, "Meet your new best friend." Boy, I was not bullied that much after because I was the first 2nd grader trusted with ink in the classroom. It wasn't until 4th grade where my teacher instilled that I try creative writing because she saw the promise there. I entertained the classroom every Friday with a short story. I'm glad to announce that I'm still writing creatively. I'm still hashing out short stories for my little sister. I'm still writing poems. And I'm working on a novel and I want to get it published. I discussed the pen's involvement in the writing culture, and I discussed my involvement in the writing culture. And I made it clear that the pen is more than just something you see on your desk. It's the livelihood of writers. Now, to close, I'd like to share my most recent poem that damn near broke my heart when I wrote it. It's called Impossible Love. It is impossible to maintain the adoration of such beauty, and far too unholy to satisfy my ear with the symphony that is her voice. It is unjust to witness the miracle of her being as the sun cascades itself, oh so gracefully, on her skin. It is far too surreal to feel her warmth against mine, illogical to interlace her silk with my stone. It is agonizing to reach with my mortal heart for that of an angel. for the thought of her loving as I love. It is impossible. Thank you.